As I was watching the show yesterday, I heard the quote, "You are your problem, you are your solution." Welcome to Lesson in Every Day. It is your host, LAT, and I am here to encourage you, inspire you, to keep you lifted, and hopefully share some lessons that I've learned on my journey in life with you so that you can be encouraged. So about that quote, I literally thought about that quote and I realized and started to reflect and do a self-assess. And I started thinking, are some of the situations or some of the problems we have, could we be our problem? Could we be the cause, or could we be, the meaning or the reason behind some of the things that happen? In some cases, yes, not all the time. So in the cases that we are our own problem, we have to become our own solution. How do we fix it? What do we do? So today I wanted to talk to you about what is in your line of sight. What is in your viewpoint? What are you seeing? What are your eyes focused on? And the direction that you're headed. What are you seeing on your pathway? And are you gearing towards what you're looking at? I strongly believe that whatever your eyes are on, that's the direction you're going to gear. So if you're only going to focus on the negative, if you're only going to focus on the problems, if you're only going to focus on circumstances, if you're only going to focus on the wrong that people have done or the wrong that has been done to you, around you, if you're going to only focus on that, you're only going to give your energy towards that. You're only going to gear your path, your steps, your direction. It's going to gear towards what you're focusing on. It's going to gear towards what you're seeing. Take, for example, I attempted to ride a motorcycle. One thing in a motorcycle class was, if you focus and look towards the ground and not straight ahead, you will fall off the motorcycle. You will fall off the bike. You are going to go in the direction your eyes are in. So I honestly want to encourage you guys to focus forward. Focus on where you're headed. Focus on that dream. Focus on getting to the other side. Focus on inspirational things. Focus forward. Focus on solutions, not problems. Don't complain, but focus on actually finding solutions, finding a way to keep yourself encouraged, to keep yourself going, keep yourself motivated. And how can you help others? That should be our focus, because we need to see the glorified side. We need to see for the long haul, where are we headed? Where are you headed? Where am I headed? That's where we need to focus. That's where we need to look. We need to look into ourselves and see what can we do to get to where we need to go. What changes needs to take place within us for us to be able to continue forward, continue growing, continue birthing beautiful prosperity or prosperous outcomes. What do we need to do? What steps are we going to take? We need to clean our eyes out, because you know how when you wake up in the morning, and depending on what, area of the world you live on, you could be in a very dry area. So your eyes could be all clogged up and dirty and stuff. Or even if you were mowing the lawn, or you were out, outside playing sports or anything like that. You know what? Residue gets in your eyes. You got to clean your eyes out so you can, see clearly. Because if not, it's going to be blurry and you're not going to be able to see. And guess what? You're going to fall. You're going to bump into something. You're going to trip over something. So think of that metaphor, but think of it in a spiritual and a mental state, right? What can you do to clean your eyes out, clear them up so that you can have a clear vision of where you're headed? Get back to the vision. Get back to what was put in you, what was placed, that dream. Get back to that place. Get back to seeing your goals before you. Get back to the place where you are focused on going forward, leveling up, helping others, encouraging others, loving, forgiving, and being the best version of you. You have to get there. You, in some cases, are your problem, but you can also be your solution. You are your solution, because you can't change a lot of things outwardly about, what's going on, other people, how they treat you. You can't change that. Honestly, you can make a statement and everything, but you can't change the impact that, other things have happened to you, or some things you can't change, and you can't change the past. So what do? You clear your eyes, focus forward, and get a clear vision. Go back to that vision. Go back to that dream. Go back to that goal. You know what the word says. What God put in you, it shall come to pass. Get back to where you had that word. You were right there. You were seeing it through. Get back to that place. Because again, what you focus on, what is in your line of sight, what you have your eyes focused in on, is where you're going to gear. Every step that you take is going to go that direction. So focus on solution, focus on a dream, focus on that promise, focus on that vision, and be encouraged. You guys, I know you can do it. I believe in you. Sometimes you got to use those binoculars. Maybe the vision is so far out, but guess what? If you still focus on it, you know where your end result's going to be. You know the outcome. You know which way you're going and what you're doing, right? So my encouragement to you today is about clearing your line sight, or your viewpoint, your eyesight. Clear it up so that you can have a clear vision of where you're headed and where you're going, and encourage someone else today. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a tremendous day. Not just a good, not just a great, but a tremendous day. It is your host, LAT, here on Lessoning Every Day. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and push that subscribe button. I hope you guys stay encouraged and updated. And not only that, check out my blogs at bluet.wordpress.com. bluetbutterfly.wordpress.com. Check it out. If you're a reader, hey, I always type or write something up for you guys to read. And again, you always have this podcast. Stay encouraged and have a tremendous day. Be blessed.